Organizational Design, Structure, and Change Presentation by Nicole Hurley. Identification of issues. Bird Rights Inc. is a developer of electric scooter vehicles designed to offer affordable shared transportation systems. Their micromobility vehicles reduce emissions of carbon dioxide, car usage, and traffic, enabling users to commute easily within the city in an environmental friendly manner. Major issue that Bird faces currently is revenue loss, and as a result, their financial soundness has been undermined. Ramifications of consequences. Bird Rights Inc. went public via a special purpose acquisition merger in November of 2021 and has since seen a consistent decrease in revenue. To increase profitability, Bird decided to streamline its resources by focusing on expansion of profitable markets. There have been ramifications of consequences of Bird's revenue loss and the subsequent attempts to increase profitability. In June 2022, Bird laid off 23% of employees to cut costs. Bird stopped their expansion to new markets and cut non-profitable markets. As a result, fleet managers in abandoned markets lost revenue. Bird's revenue losses have affected their stock prices as well, even resulting in the possibility of being delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. Bird also recently added a 5% reduction of fleet manager payouts to fleet manager contracts, which will take effect in October of 2022. This will result in lower revenue for fleet managers and could negatively impact the Fleet Manager Ride Share Management Program, which is Bird's largest revenue generator. Effect of organizational structure. Griffin et al. Define organizational structure as the formal system of task, power, and reporting relationships. The organizational structure of Bird is a matrix structure in which employees report to both a functional manager and a project or a product or even regional team lead. The matrix structure helps to provide flexibility and facilitates quick reaction times in the event of issues that can negatively impact ridership. As a result, Bird is able to provide exceptional customer service to its riders. On the other hand, the matrix structure resulted in many redundant positions, which increased operation costs and contributed to Bird's loss of revenue. As a result, Bird laid off 23% of employees in June of this year in order to cut operating costs. Effects of organizational design. Griffin et al. Defines organizational design as the process of selecting and managing aspects of organizational structure and culture to enable the organization to achieve its goals. Bird's organizational design factors in external environments to create internal arrangements that enable Bird to share environmentally friendly, affordable shared transportation options. Bird must consider external factors such as city municipalities, the income of potential riders in certain markets, the need for additional transportation options, environmental impact, etc., when considering their organizational design. Bird's internal focus in regard to organizational design involves leveraging diverse backgrounds, innovation, and learning from mistakes, as well as efficiency. Bird's organizational design proved to be flawed in certain aspects. Too much emphasis was placed on innovation and not enough attention was diverted to developing ridership in lucrative markets. This can be seen in Bird's attempt to launch a retail sales department, only to scrap the idea and focus on developing certain markets to increase revenue for the organization. Effects of organizational culture. Griffin et al. Defines organizational culture as a system of shared values, norms, and assumptions that guide members and attitudes and behaviors. The culture at Bird is one of inclusivity and diversity. Additionally, Bird prides itself on creating a collaborative environment based on learning from mistakes and accepting feedback from both employees and customers. Many employees within Bird share the same vision for the company and work to achieve similar goals. However, one of Bird's biggest challenges is the inclination to expand at all costs and to push to expand quickly without considering all factors. This mindset has created an environment in which there are times of mass hirings only to be followed by mass layoffs when the expansion attempts fail to generate the revenue expected at the C-suite level. Layoffs have affected the culture and the company's financially uncertain future impacts the culture as well. Employees have become more cautious about their contributions and have become less engaged in the company's mission because they are concerned that they might be let go in another wave of layoffs. Embodiment of conscious capitalism. There are incongruencies between Bird's espoused and enacted values. As an example, Bird used to have a free helmet program in which app users could receive a free helmet if they paid for shipping, while at the same time, Bird lobbied against helmet requirements in certain host cities. Bird also pledged to donate $1 for every scooter in a host city to be allocated to infrastructure projects, but shelved the program after being granted contracts to the host cities. Bird attempts to create an image of a company that embodies conscious capitalism, but appears to fall short when following through with actions that embody conscious capitalism. Improvement plan. In order to increase revenue, focus needs to be diverted to developing new and existing markets. The development and expansion of high revenue markets will increase profitability immediately and provide insight into how to develop new markets. The improvement plan will require input from successful fleet managers that the experience and insight of people who work in the market on a regular basis will help the organization to better serve riders and increase revenue. Regular collaboration with fleet managers will provide insight into changing market needs and increase revenue. Making connection with local environmental groups in markets will help to enlist a volunteer army. By making connections with local government officials, Bird can remove barriers that impede action. Bird will create incentives that encourage and celebrate small wins and accomplishments of fleet managers who implement actions that increase revenue. Fleet managers will engage in monthly all-hands meetings to share details of their plans to drive revenue, as well as actions that didn't yield much result. Creating a standard of practice for new fleet managers based on insights from the improvement plan will help to develop new markets and increase revenue as well. Managing challenges. The primary challenge for implementing the improvement plan will be the disconnect between employees that work at the corporate level and fleet managers who work in the market. Each subsystem shares a vision, but the shared vision of corporate employees and the shared vision of fleet managers differ. Each subsystem can gain insight from the other. One of the main focuses of the improvement plan will be creating a shared vision for both corporate and market employees. By eliminating the division, all employees can work toward one goal, which will ultimately increase revenue. Strategies for leading teams. Setting clear goals and roles, finding capable, connected, and engaged team members, developing effective and efficient processes, creating a high trust environment, predetermining problem-solving strategies. In order to implement the improvement plan, Bird will employ these 5 strategies in order to strengthen the team to increase productivity and revenue. Strategies for fostering collaboration. Bird already has an infrastructure for creating internal support groups, and the improvement plan will capitalize on that in order to encourage networking and collaboration. Creating a shared vision for all employees will also help to foster collaboration. Part of the improvement plan will also include incentivizing collaboration via bonuses. Ultimately, the goal of the improvement plan is to create a more collaborative environment at Bird so that all employees have a shared vision of improving riders' experiences, which will in turn increase revenue.